Hey there, let me hit you with the truth bomb. Most people don't want to hear this. That you can work hard for 40 years, show up every day, work hard, and still retire broke. That ain't negativity, bro. That is the truth, man. That's just math. Plain old math, because a system wasn't designed to make you free financially. It was designed to make you predictable. So in this video, I'm going to show you why most people will end up with just enough to survive, but not really thrive in retirement, not really living, just getting by. And then how you can escape that fate by starting now. And stick around, because I will share with you the first step that I took to start building my own income and create real financial freedom while still working full time. Guys, it is possible to do. But let's just talk about the retirement lie, why that system really fails most people. You know, I've mentioned this before, but we were raised to believe that if we work real hard, stay at a job for 30 years, we'll retire comfortably someday. But here's what's really happening, you guys. Now, I'm going to share with you a little bit of math here to back up what I'm saying, right? Because everybody, when you make a statement now, everybody wants the receipts. So I got them for you, all right? So numbers don't lie. Most Americans don't even have $25,000 saved for retirement. The majority of people that are looking to retire soon don't even have $25,000 saved. Minimal retirement savings. Again, over 43% of Americans don't have more than $25,000 saved for retirement. Baby boomers are at risk, even among the nearing retirement, people that are, around my age, 62, 65. The situation is concerning because 54% of baby boomers still in the workplace, like myself, have less than $25,000 saved for retirement. And now these are all, you can find them on, the internet, on Google, Dave Ramsey's website. Social Security, people think, well, I'm going to get Social Security, I should be fine. That has now become the primary source of income for most retirees, but the benefits, they suck. They're very, very, very low, very modest, like people like to say. The average Social Security retirement benefit was $1,976, totaling about $23,000 a year annually. I don't care who you are, but I don't know where you can live. I'm in California, where you're going to be able to live on $23,000 a year. There's also a noticeable difference within genders. For example, at the age of 67, average benefits for men are $2,659, so about $2,660. For women, it's about $500 less. So Social Security, why that's that way, I have no idea. Pensions are really rare. A lot of companies don't, offer any pensions. 401ks, tied to the markets, they can be very volatile, tied to employers who can lay you off at any time. And another statistic for folks between 65 and 69 with average 401ks, they have about $250,000 in them, but there's also a 4% withdrawal rule on that. So I'm not going to kind of get into that, but it really cuts your monthly, what you'll be taking home, and it's insufficient, even if you combine it with Social Security, to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. So the only reason I'm sharing this with you, because it does underscore the pressing issue that despite decades of hard work, a substantial number of Americans will find themselves unprepared for retirement. The traditional reliance on employer-sponsored retirement plans and Social Security may no longer be enough. So again, just relying on the employer-sponsored benefits and then Social Security are not enough to sustain people after they retire at the age of 65 or 70 years old. So, what's happening, so instead of upgrading our life, right, when we retire, we have to downsize, because now if you're making $60,000 a year, which isn't really that much in California, now if you retire, you're going to go down to $25,000. Well, that's $40,000 less. all of a sudden, I don't even understand. That's several $1,000s a month you're going to be not having in as income. And it's horrible. When you really think about it, you have spent decades of loyalty on a job, and in the end, you might get, a party, a pizza party, and then a budget meal plan is what you have to look forward to. So, we kind of already exhausted that subject about how the job is not enough, retirement's not going to be enough, Social Security isn't enough. So if it's not doing that for you now, or it's not doing that for us now, why would we think that if we stay with it another 20 to 40 years, if you could, depending what age you're at, how is it going to be any better down the road? So there's some significant things that we lose when we're waiting. Number one is time. Your best years are being spent, building someone else's dream, like we've talked about before. Energy. You're too exhausted after work to build anything of your own. And 3, options. We just stay in this cycle because we're afraid of starting over. But the truth is, we're already being left behind. If you're 40 plus, it's, we really hesitate to make any moves because, man, we don't have much time. We're starting over, and that is scary. But the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Not because we're not capable. It's because we're conditioned to believe that this is the only way. We're conditioned to believe that just working that 9 to 5, no matter what, one foot in front of the other all the time, that's really the way to be. So it may seem like there's very few options. What can we do then? We have to create something of our own. We have to make a shift. This shift does not require you quitting your job overnight or gambling on a business idea that you don't understand. So, when you start talking about other options, people get a little bit scary, a little bit apprehensive. There's like, wait a minute, I'm going to have to quit my job. I don't know if this is going to work. No, that's not what's happening here. That is not what I did at all. I didn't get into any sort of business that wasn't proven, or I didn't have any assistance and help along the way. So what changed for me, I started with learning a simple proven skill, which is digital marketing. Then I applied that skill to a business model that gives me total control. I didn't have to build a team. I don't have to make a list of 100 friends and family. And I wasn't getting I don't get any tiny commissions. But what I choose obviously was very different because there's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of noise out there. And I spent years going from shiny object to shiny object. I was one of those people doing hotel meetings. And then anytime you're in somewhere, a friend or in a market, you feel compelled to tell the person in front of you about this great lotion, potions, or whatever you had. You felt obligated to share that with people. This business model is totally different. It's a done-for-you digital business. It's paying me $5.99 per sale. You don't have to have any tech background. I didn't have a lot of skill set in that type of thing. So that I was really afraid of, which I totally got over quickly because everything's done for you. All the training is over the shoulder. And I could do it on my own time. Even while working full time, I can still do it. That's how I got started. Just an hour here, hour there on the weekends. And most importantly, I had a community that I could call upon when I got stuck. There's Saturday school, there's Tuesday office hours, there's live streams. The difference here is between guessing and winning, between surviving and thriving. That's what we're talking about here. Just that shift of building our own economy. That's what we have the opportunity to do here, guys. Most people, that's the honest truth, most people will retire broke. Not because we were lazy or undermotivated or unmotivated, but because we just stayed loyal to a system that never promised them freedom. That's all. We thought we were doing the right thing. But if you're still watching this video, obviously you're not most people, right? You know what's up. You know it, and you're looking for something different. You want control. You're like me. You want time freedom, and you want income that isn't capped by a job description. And that's why, guys, I made a free resource available just for you. You can click on the link below and download the guide. It's the Elite Guide to Digital Income. It's free again. It's your first step. This is exactly what I did. It's your first step to learning the simple digital business model that I use to start earning real money online, guys, without any tech skills, without any guesswork, with no overwhelm. It's going to give you the knowledge and it's going to give you the head start you need just to gain some clarity, you know, before you invest anything and you start making money on your own terms. So, you know, you can keep waiting for retirement, guys, and hope it works out. Or you can start now. Start building something today that lets you retire on your own terms. That day is coming. There's nothing you can do to change it. It is coming. So what we do now will depend how we weather, you know, that storm, so to speak, when those things change. So download the guide, take that first step, and let me show you what's possible. And just, you know, if you want to drop a comment, what's your biggest fear about retirement? I reply to all my comments. I'd be happy to go, you know, discuss that with you, answer any questions. And then don't forget to like and subscribe. This way you'll get notified when I continue to make some additional videos, because you guys, that's all this channel is about. This channel is sharing the things that I learned that more people need to know about. This is a doable online digital business system, you guys, and I just am so excited about it. I just want to dedicate this channel to helping folks realize what's possible. This is our time, and we've got a community here. We're just waiting for you. We look forward to seeing you soon.